In producing this video and saying the things I am about to say, I am fully aware that I'm making myself a target for social backlash. However, that very risk is the reason I feel compelled to do so. My goal here is to attack ideas, not people. So if you feel provoked by what I put forward, that might mean some introspection is in order on your part. The last few years have seen radical changes across the global social landscape. Much of this cultural shift is centered on the rise of the phenomenon known as political correctness. But what exactly does that phrase mean? As with so many complex issues, it really depends on who you ask. Those in favor of the politically correct mindset will often argue that it is simply the application of social pressure to bring about a more compassionate, equitable, and just society. Based on this assertion, they are also likely to claim that anyone who stands in opposition to political correctness is in some way bigoted or backward thinking. Instead of speaking in vague generalities, I'm going to do my best to offer valid examples which support my position. In the simplest possible terms, I see political correctness as a double standard, which makes it permissible for certain people to make sweeping, categorical statements about another racial, sexual, or religious group, and feel justified in doing so because they consider themselves oppressed. My first example comes from right here in South Africa. In this country, many people consider it perfectly acceptable for a black person to say that whites deserve to be dispossessed of their land and assets as retribution for what took place under apartheid, whether or not they personally participated or were even alive at the time. By contrast, if a white person says that blacks who desire wealth and success should be expected to earn it, their life and career can quickly and easily be destroyed by the court of public opinion. That is political correctness. Moving further afield now to Britain, if a Christian minister refuses to preside over a homosexual marriage on the basis that it conflicts with the tenets of his faith, progressive intellectuals will loudly proclaim that Christianity is in need of reform to meet the standards of modern life. Yet, if a lifelong British citizen takes to any public forum, whether it be social media or elsewhere, to criticize the harm being done by unfiltered mass immigration or the violence inspired by Islamic fundamentalism, that citizen is likely to be branded Islamophobic and formally charged with a hate crime. That is political correctness. My final example comes to you from the United States of America, where feminist activists claim that they are held in servitude by a malicious and seemingly all-powerful patriarchy in one of the most free and prosperous countries in the world, no less. Yet stand by silently while women in Saudi Arabia are routinely raped, beaten, and stoned to death should they dare disobey the command of a husband or male relative. That is political correctness. In conclusion, political correctness is an underhanded tool employed by those who hunger for power but wish to appear virtuous. Anyone who claims otherwise is at best ignorant and at worst dangerous.